Hello!
Hello.
And welcome
Welcome to
to
the
Deaf
show.
and Dumb.
Yeah.
I'm Dan.
And I'm Dudley.
How's your week been?
Not bad.
Yeah? Been alright?
Yeah.
Well, that's good.
Yeah. Not bad at all.
Yeah. We saw a couple of movies.
Yeah, we did.
Most
I
of
wouldn't
them
say
were...
good movies.
I wouldn't call them good movies at all.
No.
They're two very nostalgic movies.
Yeah, one from the 90s, one from the 80s.
Yeah.
Or remakes. Or
Yeah.
sequels.
Sequels and remakes.
Quasi-remakes.
Yeah. We're talking about Independence Day. The new Independence Day, which came out a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah.
We just now got around to seeing, and the new Ghostbusters.
Yeah.
Both were just really
Eh.
kind of whatever.
Eh. Ghostbusters was better than Independence Day, but there's still issues with it.
Both of them were pandering.
Yes.
Anyway, this isn't a show about movies.
So we won't talk about
We
it.
won't spend too much time talking about it. But what have you been playing?
Let's see. I played Inside again.
Mm-hmm.
I played through it a second time.
Mm-hmm.
After we played through it last week.
Yeah. Did you find that other ending?
I got the secret ending.
Yeah.
That was
It's
the reason.
interesting.
Yeah, it's interesting. Just as thought-provoking as the original ending.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it's very interesting. I don't want to give anything away on that.
Yeah, I don't want to either. But,
it's good.
yeah.
It's a really good game.
It is a fantastic game.
I played through twice, and all total probably 5 hours
Yeah.
of gameplay, which is not a lot, but for this kind of game, it's the right amount, I think.
Yeah. I enjoyed it immensely.
Mm-hmm.
I found myself, even though last week I'd already gone through it twice, I found myself kind of wanting to play it again,
Yeah,
even though I've completed it.
yeah.
I did feel like I wanted to go back into that realm.
You kind of want to recapture that experience you had
Yeah.
the first time you played it,
Yeah.
which you can't really do.
Yeah, it really is. I mean,
It's still good, but
it's so nice when a game like that comes along and it's just like it's an experience,
yeah,
and you get to try it out, and it's something new and refreshing. It's kind of like watching a new show that's really good.
yeah.
And
You
watching
don't
it
know what's gonna
all, and you don't
happen.
know what's going to happen, but you're just enjoying it, and just in every little turn it makes, it's great. Yeah, I felt myself wanting more of it, and
Yeah.
I know I've done it already, so.
Well, whatever Playdead makes in 4 years or so.
Yeah, we'll see.
Well,
what,
has it been that long since the
I
last one?
don't know.
I don't
It's been a
remember
while.
in Limbo. It's been a while, but whenever they make their next game and release it, then
Yeah, maybe
we'll
we'll
get
have
more.
another experience.
Hopefully, just as good.
Yeah.
Thanks again, one more time, to Playdead for
Yes.
sending us a copy.
Yes,
we
we-
really appreciate it.
Yeah, it made us feel warm and fuzzy inside.
And we got to talk about it and play it. And
Yeah.
thank you.
Probably would have happened anyway.
Yeah, we would have played it anyways.
May not have been. We may have had to wait. On
Yeah,
it.
maybe.
I don't know. It depends.
Depends on the funds.
We could have. We might have waited a little longer on it. Kind of
Yeah.
like with Doom, and we waited more a while before we got it
Yeah.
because we're not made of money.
No,
Or I'm not.
I'm definitely not. So what have you been playing?
Oh well, I had a game of War Machine.
Yeah.
A
Yeah,
few
'cause
days ago.
we
went over to our buddy Gary's.
Mm-hmm.
And I played with our other buddy, John Dorsey. Me and him played. He played his Kador army,
Mm-hmm.
the Butcher. I
Yeah.
don't know what his actual name is, but he's the Butcher.
Mm-hmm.
And I played Harbinger
Yeah.
with the Protectorate of Minoth.
Yes.
And first time playing Mark III War Machine, which is now out. I got all my cards in and all the updated cards and updated rule. It took us a little while. We played. It took us a long time to get started.
Yeah, because I went with y'all.
Yeah.
But with no intention of actually playing any kind of game, board game. It's just to go hang out, and me and Gary went Pokemon hunting with our Pokemon Go, and we left and came back, and y'all hadn't even started.
We were through his first turn.
We were gone for like 20, 25 minutes or something like that, and y'all hadn't even
we
started.
got talking. It was a fun game, but it's the worst game of War Machine I've ever had.
Yeah, you seemed to do pretty badly. Right
I did
off the
very
bat.
poorly. I got really gung ho because I have what's called exemplar errants,
Mm-hmm.
and there's the kick-ass knight guys who got a bow and a sword, and they're really cool. And it's a little unit of guys, and I sent them forward like gung-ho because in the new rules they have what's called assault, which lets them charge someone, make a range attack, and then they can still attack and stuff.
Yeah.
So I was like, as soon as I understood that the rules for it, I was like, oh, that I can, like, with their advanced deployment, which means they get to advance out further when they're deployed, and their move speed, plus their range, plus doing a charge, plus having Harbinger cast a spell that gives them an added couple of inches to their range, like two extra inches to their charge range. I was like, I could charge them up and do some damage right out. But I kind of botched it a little bit, and I misread one of the spells I was using also, so it didn't work as well as I thought it might, and I should have held them back and saved it for a round or so. And so I got overzealous and jumped them out there, and they ended up getting wiped out.
Yeah.
And then I ended up with just my Warjacks, and then he came back at me a couple of turns later with the Butcher's Feet, which basically lets everyone get extra dice on their attack, and he straight up murdered me. He murdered every one of my jacks in one turn.
Yeah.
And I had 5 of them.
I was kind of over there and looking, and then I'd go away, but I just came back one time and half your army wasn't on the table.
Yeah,
and I was like, what's going on? And he still had his whole army pretty much.
It was really bad. I had a few bad rolls too, but it was not good. I'm reevaluating. I want to buy some more units. I just trying to decide if I want to spend the money. Yeah. Just buying one is gonna be $40.
Yeah, that's a steep price.
Yeah, but man, I have some good ones to pick from. I'm trying to decide if I'm gonna add more to my army. I want to. It's just trying to decide if I can spend the money. But speaking of, you've talked about Pokemon Go.
Pokemon Go is a huge deal.
It's a big deal. I mean, it's like everywhere.
It's everywhere. We're playing it. Everyone I know is playing it just about.
Yeah.
But like I said, when I went over there, we got it, and we talked about it last week. But so I went over to Gary with the express purpose. That's the word. To just go look for Pokemon. Because they had a out that they went downtown, and there was like a whole bunch of most places have a lot of Pokestops downtown. So they had a route that took 5 minutes to drive, and you hit like 12 Pokestops in one circle. So in the 5 minutes, you can make a circle, and then the first Pokestop you got would reset. Yeah. So you could go
just sit
infinitely.
There. Yeah.
And it takes only 5 minutes to go. We did the circle three or four times.
Yeah.
I think 3, maybe 4.
You said 3.
I think it's 3. We did it 3 times. I had 100 Pokeballs. Yeah. Which had me set for the rest of the week. Yeah. Which was nice because the half a week or week before I was been playing it, I was running out of Pokeball because I'm apparently terrible at throwing them. Yeah. And I would miss, or the Pokemon would get away, or escape, or whatever. And so I just burned through the Pokeball. So half the time I was playing, I didn't have any. But this week was not the case. I got 100 Pokeballs, and I was set for a while.
His apartment is like situated in like
it's perfect
Pokemon Haven because there was just like tons, like nonstop, and I didn't have time to mess with it. I was playing War Machine, so I was a little annoyed because you were just like you came back and you were like I got 100 Pokeballs, I got a Pikachu now, I got all this other stuff now, and you came back with all these new Pokemon, all these new Pokeballs, and I'm just like, well, I'm still where we've been kind of even the whole time we've been playing, and now suddenly you're ahead of me by a level or so, and you've got all these other new Pokemon. You're like, almost twice the number of Pokemon I have. Yeah. And I'm just like, well, fine, be that way. I don't want to play with you anymore anyway.
Yeah, we got back. We went back to the apartment. Another friend of his of theirs showed up, and we were talking to him outside, and we caught some Pokemon just standing there. And then we went inside, and I pretty much spent the entire night just sitting there, talking, whatever, and I had my game open, and whenever a Pokemon came nearby that I was really interested or really wanted, or we all saw something of interest, we would go out and walk around his apartment until we caught the thing. Or, realized it was too far away or whatever. And then so I was hatching eggs because I was walking. Yeah. I was, so I caught a Pikachu. I caught a Vileplume. Yeah. With the big mushroom-looking thing. Yeah. And yeah, I caught all kinds of stuff. And
I haven't been progressing that quickly because, well, unlike you, I did not get a bunch of Pokeballs, so I ran out pretty early this week, and so we were driving around like Tuesday or Wednesday or something, and I had
Monday. It was Monday.
Monday, was it Monday?
Yeah.
And we were riding around, and I managed to get one Pokestop, and I got like 2 Pokeballs.
Oh, this
and
was
then
later
so I had like
right.
2 Pokeballs. I'm like, okay, that's fine. If I see something I really want, I'll throw at it, but otherwise I'll just hold on to them until I get some more.
Mm-hmm.
And we were going to get lunch, and there was a Pikachu there.
Yeah.
And so I was like, oh, there's a Pikachu. And I was like, I clicked it, and then I had 2 balls. And I'm like, I have to nail this, otherwise I'm not going to catch it. So I threw the first one, it landed on him, and perfect aim and everything, and it shook 2 times, and he broke out.
Yeah.
It was like, I have 1, and I completely botched that second throw. And didn't get him at all. And so I was just stuck sitting there. We were in a drive-thru to get some food, and I'm just sitting there with my phone in my hand going, I'm staring at a Pikachu I cannot catch.
Yeah. Now you know how I felt last week because I was constantly seeing stuff that I wanted to catch, but I couldn't do anything about it because I had no Pokeballs.
And that's the thing. I have like 10 or so right now.
Yeah.
And while I was out of them, I kept seeing tons of stuff I didn't have. It seemed, and then now I have, Pokeballs.
And you just see
I see Rattatats and Pidgeys. I don't see anything else.
Yeah, we need to make a trip to our downtown because there's a lot of Pokestops.
Yeah, we really need to.
And I think I've got a path.
Yeah.
Figured out that'll probably take about 5 minutes to drive, and we'll hit probably 12 or so stops.
Yeah.
So that should we can make it a couple times, and we can get a lot of... Of course, one of us is going to have to drive, and the other person's going to have to collect them for us. But,
we do not condone...
do not drive and play this game.
Yeah, because some people don't understand that that's a bad thing.
Yes. I've heard stories already of people having wrecks.
I've heard lots of weird... There's all kinds of weird... You just look out there, there's tons of weird news about people playing Pokemon Go.
All the news I had today, except for... one item that is all Pokemon Go related.
Yeah.
And one of them is just Pokemon related. But, yeah, so that's all the news I had today. So we talk about that.
Yeah. Well, before we get into that. Yeah, it's a huge phenomenon. It's crazy. We'll get into that. But let me talk about some of the other things I was playing. Have you been playing anything else?
I have not. That's all I've been playing.
Okay.
Besides Pokemon Fit Cross, I still do my daily routine on that. And still liking it. I'm again I'm at a part where I can't progress until I get more pick rights or pay money, and I'm not going to pay money, so I'm patient. But yeah, I'm still liking it.
Yeah, I played some more of the Solus Project.
Yes. You told me something that happened this week while you were playing.
Oh yeah.
You died.
I was playing and
spoiler alert. He died.
And I died for the first time. I was exploring, as you do in this game.
Yes.
And I was trying to climb the side of this little mountain. I thought there might be something on top of it.
Yeah.
I say mountain. It was like a big hill with some rocks around it. And I was trying to climb up top, and I thought there might be something up there. So I was like looking around trying to find secret stuff. And I was climbing up, and all of a sudden a meteor shower happens. Where just tons of meteors are falling out of the sky and just smashing it. I felt like I was in a war zone. Just explosions all around me. And I was huddled up against it going, well, I think I'll be okay as long as, I'll move a little bit. And then all of a sudden there was an explosion. I got hit by one, and I died. And I was done. And I was like, okay, well, I reloaded the save, and I stopped after that, and then I came back a little later. And I'm liking the exploration. I don't know if there's enough reward in it yet. Like, I'm doing some exploring, and I'm solving some little minor puzzles, but nothing's been super complicated. Yeah. Nothing really hard. And so
it's
not challenging me in a lot of ways. It's just kind of, maybe it gets better. I know some areas I need to go back to, but I don't know. Mostly it's just been me. I feel like I'm just walking around a lot. And so I don't know. Maybe I need to get a little further. I feel like I'm still kind of in the introduction of it.
Okay.
Because you build these tower things, and I was working on that, and I don't know. I'm still just kind of getting a feel for it. And so I kind of lost some of my excitement about playing it. Because it's real slow, and I'm waiting to see, how it develops. If it's more of the same, I might end up kind of getting bored with it.
Yeah.
But, it's a great-looking game. It's interesting. I'm kind of really curious about it. It's just, I don't know if it's giving me enough to keep me interested in going. But I'm gonna keep trying to play it and see how it goes. And like it says, it's a pretty game. It's got some interesting stuff going on. I'm kind of curious to see how it develops.
Yeah, but it not quite holding its.
I mean, like I was excited about it at first when I played it, but then now that I've kind of gone into it for a few hours, I'm kind of like, well, is this all there's gonna be? I mean, I'm just kind of wondering how am I gonna find more? Is it gonna develop out more? I'm not sure. I think I just need to get a little further. I think I've spent too much time wandering around more than following the objective it's giving me, and maybe I need to just push forward on the objective and see where it gets me. So maybe that's what I need to do, is just keep following, stop trying to get distracted exploring and looking around trying to find every little thing off the bat. But it's a pretty game. We'll see how I'm not sure how I feel about it yet until I kind of, maybe I need to play it a little more and then kind of get a feel of what I think of it.
Have you played anything else?
I played Overwatch. I've been playing Overwatch with our brother Robert.
Yeah.
How's
that going?
It's been good. I feel like I'm getting better at that game. I'm enjoying it. I have fun.
You still playing Reaper?
I played Reaper. I played Reinhardt. Those are the two I played most. I tried out a bunch of new ones yesterday.
Didn't they just release another character?
Not yet. There's a new character coming. Okay. Named Anna.
Like a sniper?
At glance I thought, oh, it's just another sniper. Why would they do it? But then Robert was telling me about it. She's a support sniper.
Okay.
So she doesn't have a lot of stuff to do with mobility, but she can shoot her allies and heal them, or she can shoot her enemies and hurt them. And I'm like, okay, that's really cool.
A double.
Yeah. So I'm kind of I'm intrigued by her. But I did try. Speaking of support, I tried some support characters. I really barely played any of them. I haven't really played any of the support characters. But I tried out Symmetra. Okay. And what Symmetra does is she's like a weird engineer type girl who can plant little ball turret thing, laser turret thing that'll just shoot a beam of laser at you. And she also has a little beam weapon thing that she shoots at you when you get close. But she drops those little turrets down, and then she also can give like armor boost to people, and then she can also one of the big things her super or ultra or whatever you call it is she can create a teleporter that'll go from the spawn to a place. So she can drop a teleporter in a critical area and just bring everyone through to get them to that spot. So that's cool. I liked her a lot. I actually did pretty well. I was surprised because I was kind of looking at all the supports and none of them really jumped out at me, but she seemed interesting. Somehow I kind of overlooked her and I was like, okay, well, she seemed interesting. And I kind of tried her into training, and then I came back and tried her in a match. I'm like, oh, I did all right. It wasn't bad. I also tried Widowmaker, who's the sniper.
Okay, yeah.
I did pretty good with her, too, actually.
Yeah. Branching out a little bit.
Yeah, branching out a little bit.
What does Robert usually play?
Robert had played Bastion a lot. He likes Bastion a lot. He was also... apparently, he realized he likes Winston a lot, the gorilla.
Oh, okay, yeah.
He was trying him out and liked him a lot.
Okay.
He also played Zenyatta a lot.
Uh-huh.
He likes him a bunch. And what was the other one? He tried another one. And now I've come on blank. There was another one he tried out, and he was like him. I can't remember what it is now. But
I'm surprised he's not like, I don't know about which character.
Oh, he was playing Mercy, and he was doing pretty good as Mercy. He was backing me up a lot. He was like always behind me, healing me while I was running around as Reaper.
That sounds more like Robert being the support.
I mean, Zenyatta is a support character. Mercy's a support character, of course.
Robert's always been pretty.
Yeah, he does pretty good
at playing some support characters in general. So
he was playing Mercy, and he was doing pretty good. We didn't win that match, but he was kind of keeping behind me, and he keeping me going. He kept me going a few times, but it was good.
Yeah.
Funny thing happened.
Oh yeah. Yeah, you were telling me something funny happened, but you were gonna wait.
We were
and tell
playing.
Me on the show.
I guess it was last night, because we played some today. But last night we were playing, and we just got in a game, and in the chat, this one guy was all like, y'all should let us win because it's my birthday or whatever. And we're like, whatever. And then we started the match, and I was like, and it took me like a good minute or so before I realized it. The entire other team was McCree's. McCree's the gunslinger guy.
Oh, okay, yeah.
They were all McCree's. every single one of them was a McCree.
Really?
Like, they all chose the same character. And so we were just fighting a bunch of cowboys. And they lost terribly. We beat them up so badly. Yeah. And it was pretty funny, but we were all laughing about it, and everyone in the game was laughing about it. And we were like, oh, that's really funny. Well, then we stayed with that match and went to the next match, and they all were Diva, the one that's in the mech suit.
Oh, okay.
So the entire team was Diva, and they were beating us up.
Really?
Like we were defending, or they were defending, and we were. I can't remember. They were trying to get control of point, and we couldn't do it. And then so our team switched to Divas as well.
So it was two whole teams playing Divas?
There were 12 Divas running around fighting each other.
Oh, wow.
And I never played Diva. I done the training with her, but other than that, I was just like, I didn't even know what I was doing. But we still lost terribly. But it was ridiculous because there was nothing but Divas running around. It was pretty funny. But it was just like, we were just laughing because we were like, we lost terribly, and everyone was like, we don't even care.
We don't care. It was funny.
It was really funny.
Well, that's good. It's always fun to get a good story.
Yeah, it was really funny because what happened within the first match, I ran up, I got next to their spawn door, and I was hiding around the corner, and so the guy popped out, and I ran up behind him, killed him. He killed him before he even knew where I was, and then I went back in my corner, and then another guy came out. I thought, oh, here he is again. He's respawned. I killed him, and then another McCree came out, and I'm like, wait a second, and I moved around and suddenly realized every single one on their team was a McCree, and so it was nonstop. It's high noon every 10 seconds. It was just like somebody was talking about high noon because that's what he says right before he does his ultra. It was just nonstop high noon.
It's always high noon.
It's always high noon. In fact, that's why I think one of the things you said is high noon somewhere. But yeah, it was just like every time, there would be a huge rush of just like, it's high noon, like one on top of the other. They did terribly though when they were doing that week. They got it was an escort mission where they had to move a vehicle through a path.
Yeah.
And they moved it like 100 feet, and then we pushed it back, and that was it.
Really?
We ended up pushing it all the way back to the start, and
wow.
It never did gain any ground.
That's pretty bad.
But it was good. It was fun. So I like it. I like playing with other people.
I'd like to play it. I just haven't had the money to spend on it. And
I think you would like it.
I'm sure I would because I like Team Fortress.
Mm-hmm. To me, it's a better Team Fortress 2.
And that's kind of the gist I get from it.
Yeah, so. it's fun. I like the characters.
And play it, so
and now I've played it a bunch. I'm getting to where like I can jump to other characters and try them out and still do okay. Like it may take me a while to adjust, but for the most part, I'm doing okay.
That's good.
Not completely sucking. There are some matches I do terrible.
Yeah,
but
that's the nature of it.
Yeah.
You gotta kind of get the groove of it and learn what works for you. And that's any multiplayer fighting game. And you just find your niche.
Mm-hmm. But I only play it most of the time. I play it on the weekends or maybe in the evenings. Usually I'll jump on if Robert's on or if our buddy Josh is jumping. I was playing with him the first week, but I haven't really played with him much lately. Yeah. But usually he'll text me. He's like, "Hey, you want to play?" And I'm like, "Yeah," and I jump on.
Yeah. That's cool.
Yeah, it's good. It's been real good. And since he doesn't live here, I gives me a chance to talk to him about whatever's going on. Kind of like in the old days when you lived off in another state, and you and I would play Modern Warfare.
Mm-hmm. And we would mute the entire...
we jump in the game together. We'd mute... This before they had, like, group party chat thing. I mean, maybe they've had it, but we just didn't set it.
But we
would just mute everyone else and just talk to each other about... It'd be like we had a phone conversation where we just called each other, but we'd just play Call of Duty.
I'm sure some people were just like, what the hell are these people doing?
Yeah,
why are they
so annoying listening to our conversation. I'm sure there was somebody there who was like, these guys are interesting to listen to.
Oh, I doubt it. Because we were just talking about, what did you do today? Oh, not much.
I went to work.
Just sat around.
I ate some stroganoff.
Yeah, exactly. It's not like we had much going on of interest outside of each other.
Yeah,
and so I'm sure it was really annoying.
Yeah,
I'm sure we got muted a lot.
I know they had to have muted.
Yeah.
which was fine.
So it was kind of weird. We were having a private conversation, and we
we
knew people would probably listen. We just didn't care.
We didn't care.
And,
we were having like a private phone conversation through Call of Duty.
Yeah,
and while playing the game and just having fun, and it was a great kind of way to keep up with each other.
Yeah.
And
there was a couple times where we'd get done playing, and we'd be like, okay, we're gonna call it a day or whatever, and we'd end up talking on it.
Yeah,
just in the
sitting in a menu or something.
Yeah, in the menu for like 30 minutes.
Yeah, usually when Robert and I finish, we're sitting on the menu talking for a minute or so before we hang up, basically. But yeah, it's like our modern day phone call.
Yeah, pretty much.
Like, we'll play a game and talk.
Why just talk? We can play a game.
We can play a game and talk.
I'd bring this up. We got a free game. Our buddy Seth.
Yeah.
He sent us during the Steam sale, they had Tabletop Simulator.
Yeah, I have not
really
checked
cheap,
it out yet.
And you could buy like a 4-pack, and so he bought it and gave it to us.
Uh-huh.
I haven't played it yet. You haven't played it yet.
I haven't checked it out.
We
yet.
were going to play with him. It's a tabletop gaming simulation, so you can play board games with it's like multiplayer. All it does is recreates the board digitally. So and there's all kinds of board games.
It's just a digital space with a table and
with
you can lay out
physics
stuff.
and you can move stuff around. And so I haven't messed with it yet. I'm hoping to get on with Seth and we'll play it.
Yeah,
and we'll be able to talk about that a little bit.
talk about it.
But we haven't done it yet.
Yeah,
so.
we need to. We'll just try it
Seth
out, see how well it works. I'm curious about it. My first thought was, can we play War Machine on it? Which we looked, and there are models you can download for it. So
it's on Steam, so they have the workshop where people have added a whole bunch of other games to it, not just what standard that comes with it.
Yeah.
We had talked about possibly playing Diplomacy on it. Which
some separation.
So it might put a little better, less anger if we're separated and we're kind of Diplomacy.
I've never been angry at a game of Diplomacy.
I haven't, but people have been angry with me. I have caused anger.
We have caused discomfort.
Yes. But so I thought that might be, and it's in there. I looked it up. The workshop has Diplomacy, and I thought like maybe we could give that a try.
Yeah, the only problem is that you got to get like
at least
us
6
two
players.
and then 6 other.
At least 6 players.
5 more people with Tabletop Simulator.
It'd be great if you could have 7 players. That's the best way to play it. But I know our buddy Tristan has it.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, so I don't know if he's ever played Diplomacy. But
yeah, he's played with us.
I think
he's played with us. I know he has.
But maybe we can get him in on it. But we'll just have to see what we can do.
Otherwise,
we'll probably just goof around in it and talk to Seth and catch up and all that
see how it goes.
Yeah, so I'll probably try to
we'll
get him in on that this week.
See how
maybe.
it is.
So onward to news.
Yeah, the first thing I want to talk about.
Yes.
Is they announced Nintendo.
Yes.
Announced.
Nintendo.
What was the actual name of it? I have
written
Mini NES is what I have written here, and I couldn't remember that the actual title.
That is what it's called.
The Mini NES. It is what looks like a miniature.
Yeah, it fits in
NES.
the palm of
it
your
fits
hand.
in your palm of the hand.
Has little
HDMI ports on the back of it. And we got the controllers for it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it comes with the standard NES controllers.
Yeah, the original Nintendo
the
Entertainment
plugs
System.
are different, obviously, but
they're
smaller.
Yeah, they're smaller, and it comes preloaded. It doesn't take cartridges. It doesn't work with the old cartridge, but it's just a little emulator.
It's like one of those all-inclusive arcade games things you can get.
Yeah,
that just plugs into your TV and it has built-in.
Magpie or
there's one that's like
Raspberry Pi. That's what they're called.
Well, yeah, that's a
little
little mini computer.
Mini computer thing.
Runs on Android, but it's kind of like that. But they have those little arcade game things, a little joystick that just plugs in. It's kind of like that, except it's official Nintendo, and it looks like an old NES, and it has 30 games on it.
Yeah, it comes preloaded with 30 games.
Yeah,
from and from what I understand, I don't think they're going to add more to it.
They're not.
It's just, that's all you get.
That's all there's going to be.
Yeah.
They're not going to. I mean, I guess if it goes over really well, maybe they'll release a second model, which
or an SNES would be cool.
Yeah, an SNES.
That's what I kind of want.
I don't know about that. Some of those games are really good, and I paid full price for it.
Yeah, which is part of the reason I want to get a 3DS, the new 3DS, just because I want to be able to buy a bunch of Super Nintendo games and have them with me at at all times.
Yeah.
But yeah, the game
some
list
of the games
on
it are like Super Mario 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah, it's got the original Super Mario 1, 2, 3, Mega Man 2, Metroid, the original Metroid.
Yeah, which is hard by itself.
Final Fantasy, Dr. Mario, Castlevania,
Legend of Zelda 1 and 2.
Yeah.
So just the Metroid and Super Mario Brothers 3 alone makes it worth it for me.
Yeah, and it was what, $60?
$60.
Yes, $59.99. There it is.
It comes out in November.
And get an extra controller. It comes with another $9.99. So
yeah,
and so you might as well get the extra controller.
Oh yeah, you gotta play.
But still, yeah, I mean,
it's a pretty good deal.
Yeah,
I think
we may have to grab
that's $2 a game.
Yeah.
That's it's pretty good.
A whole mess of the original stuff.
Yeah, if you like the
I want one. I don't know if I'll grab it initially. Like I said, I'm still kind of leaning toward buying myself a new 3DS and loading it up on a bunch of Super Nintendo games that off the eStore. Because that's my dream. Then I can just, whenever I feel like it, I can play Super Metroid, I can play Mario RPG, or I've gone blank. Legend of Zelda: Link to the Past. All those, some of my favorite games that ever on a console.
Super Nintendo had some of the best games.
Oh, it's great.
Some of my all-time favorite games. Even
I don't know,
just
because that was just the age we were growing up.
They were just good games.
It was just great games, and they hold up still.
They still do. Super Metroid is one of my all-time favorite games.
Yeah.
I love it very much. It's one of the ones I've played through many times.
Yeah.
I've 100%ed it many times.
Uh-huh.
It was one of the first games I ever beat before you or Robert. So I was kind of...
I don't know about that.
Yeah,
maybe.
That's one of the reasons I was a big fan of it.
Oh, yeah, because you were like, I've done
it before you.
I conquered this before anyone else.
And at one time, I knew the game really well. It's been a long time since I've played it.
Yeah.
And I've been waiting for them. I was wanting them to release it on, the DS, which they have now.
They have.
But you have to have the new DS.
Yeah, it doesn't work on the 2DS.
It doesn't work
on
the 2DS.
Which is what we have.
Which is what I have because I'm cheap.
Yeah. I've been thinking about trading mine in, which I can go to the GameStop and get like $30 for it, and then trade it in and get a new one, but it's $200, and
I just don't have.
It's hard enough. It's hard to spend the money on it when there's so many other things. Especially, I got No Man's Sky's coming out next month.
Yeah,
and that's gonna be $60, and I gotta buy, and I just have to.
Just games are expensive.
Yep, and it's hard to be poor.
Yeah,
and
it's hard doing it when you have no money.
And I'm wanting to buy units for my my Minoth army, so.
Yeah.
And I've been trying to get back to painting a little bit. It's just having time.
Yeah.
We've been working a lot lately and working a lot of evenings, and so it's just having time to sit down and I get home and I either want to play a game or watch a show or something, and then sometimes I'll listen to a podcast or something and paint.
Yeah.
But just trying to juggle all the things. There's too many things, too many games I want to play, and I like I've said last week, I've been paralyzed by the choices. I don't know which one I want more, and so I end up not doing any of them.
Yeah, I sit down in the evening and I'm like, okay, I have a couple hours maybe to play. Either I can play a game, read a book, or watch a show or something.
Uh-huh.
I can't really do all three without It's
and consume some pop culture.
I need to get some, media into my brain some way or another.
Some kind of entertainment.
Yeah,
and that's the problem. I enjoy all of it.
I know, I do too. Like I have a stack of books. Some of them I've started several books, and I haven't, been reading them.
Most of them belong to me.
Half of them belong to you. So I might read a couple of chapters, or there's a couple of shows I wouldn't mind watching. I just haven't done it.
Yeah.
And then, there's games I still haven't played.
I have shows I'm in the middle of. There's some shows I should catch up on. I haven't. And
didn't play.
And I have a even bigger stack of books than you do. And I've been reading through some of them, getting through some of them. Like we both read The Martian not long ago, which is a great book. It's
a really good book.
It's a pretty easy read, but it was good.
Yeah, it's good. I read it in like 3 or 4 days.
I read it in 2.5, 3 days.
Yeah.
But it was fun.
Yeah. It's just finding time for all this stuff. We're adulting here. We have responsibilities or something.
Uh-huh.
It'd be nice to just get paid to do this show.
Oh,
but
yeah.
That's not going to happen. No. Anyway, we didn't even play Doom this week. I started it last weekend, and I haven't played it, and I would like to. It's one of those on my list to play. And
I almost loaded it up the other day, and I didn't. I started playing the Solus Project.
I might try to play it a little bit after we get done with this episode, but we'll see.
Mm-hmm.
I was liking it, what I've played, so hopefully I'll play it some more this week. And
you check it out. I'm intrigued. It seems strange, like it's interesting how that Nintendo's like releasing these weird things.
Yeah, Nintendo's kind of branching out.
Yeah,
which is great.
Uncharacteristic for them.
Yes, they've got the mobile stuff.
Yeah, I mean with Pokemon Go, their stocks shot way up with that. Yeah. And now they're going to release the Mini, and it's going to come with a bunch of their old stuff.
Yeah, that's going to sell.
I mean, let's be honest. That's their biggest things they have that's worth anything is their old stuff.
Yeah,
is their old licenses.
Well, it's the things they've held on to real tightly for so long, and that they don't let anyone else play with. Yeah, and they're the few game companies that still have a lot of first party games that they only have that's exclusive. I mean, Sony's got a couple, and Xbox got a couple, and they got Halo and stuff like that. But even those they're going to be Xbox and PC now, and so it's getting to where they're not very exclusive anymore. Because why would you? It's just better. You get a bigger market to play on multiple consoles. Nintendo's still one of the few that still has only their stuff on their console. So, and they'll have some of the other stuff too, but they still have a lot more than the other.
Yeah, and they have their own little thing, and they've always done their own thing. They kind of stayed out of all the console wars and stuff. But I don't know. It seems like this is going to be their year. I mean, because with Pokemon Go, and then of course, and you and I were talking about this, is that Sun and Moon comes out later this year, and it's going to sell really well now because they've tapped into a whole bunch of people who weren't playing Pokemon Go before, who weren't playing Pokemon at all, had never played it, but they got hooked by Pokemon Go. There are several people I know who have never played a Pokemon game who are running around playing Pokemon Go, and the chances of them buying the new one has gone up.
Yeah, no kidding. Yeah. And it's funny. I spent like 20 minute today reading. It was a list of tweets on Twitter for people.
That's where you find tweets.
People talking about their parents playing Pokemon
Go.
Oh
yeah, I bet that was funny.
It was kind of amusing, and just talking about my dad was making fun of me for playing Pokemon Go, and now he's playing kind of thing, and it was really amusing, and I got a good laugh out of it. And like I said, most of the news I have today is just stuff happening with Pokemon Go or related to it.
I know. I mean, we've been absorbed by it, and so our uncle and our parents have both been like, "What are you doing? What are you catching? Like, you catch anything?" They're asking us. They're intrigued because they're hearing about this stuff on the news, and they're seeing us playing it, and they're just like, "What are you?" And hearing us talk about it, and they're like, "Oh, what are you doing?"
I asked her mom. It's like, so you wanna download this and start playing? And she's like, no. She's like, no, she wasn't interested. But maybe we got her into games before. Oh, yeah. Maybe if she keeps seeing us play, maybe she'll get into it. We'll see.
But yeah, yeah, this has the potential to be a pretty big year for Nintendo.
Yeah, I hope so. I hope so. Going into next year with their next console.
Yeah, with their next console and the new Zelda game, which looks awesome.
Which looks really good.
First time I'm actually more intrigued with Nintendo than I have been in a long time.
Yeah, it's been a couple years since I bought a Wii. That's how long it's been.
Yeah, I didn't even get into the Wii.
I played y'all. Play it very much.
I played yours and Robert's, but even then, it hasn't really hooked me that much.
Yeah.
I mean, I thought it was cool at the time, but it was never enough.
It just
for me
never
to buy
quite.
one.
I was really intrigued by it, but it never quite went anywhere.
Yeah,
it didn't. They didn't get wild enough with it for me. So
and
I saw a lot of people doing really interesting things with it, and it just never became an official Nintendo thing, and that's where it kind of lost me.
And even when the Wii U came out, it was plagued with problems of not having a lot of games, like a lot of games that were like making people want to go out and upgrade or get or even buy it for the first time.
It wasn't different enough. They added the tablet,
which is really cool,
more powerful, but it just wasn't different enough.
And they just didn't have the games. They didn't have any games. They came out with almost no games to jump out with.
At the beginning, half the games were on the Wii as well,
exactly.
So there wasn't much impulse to upgrade.
I mean, even our brother Robert, who's probably the biggest Nintendo fan of all of us.
Yeah.
And he has a Wii U, but even then he took a while before he upgraded.
To buy it because there wasn't any game for him.
He had the Wii U, and then you know he just didn't upgrade for a while, but he did eventually.
Yeah, he does now. So that's the only reason I played it at all. But, all right, so Pokemon Go news.
Okay, yeah, let's talk about some of the crazy stuff that's been happening
going on
because of Pokemon
Go. So earlier this week there was a thing that came out, and this has been fixed since. But when everyone who logged into a Google Mail account, email account for your account, which I do, you do, turns out like it gave access
because I just didn't want to sign up for a Pokemon account.
That's basically what I
just wanted to jump right in. I already had a Gmail account,
so apparently it gave the company, I don't know how to say their name, Niantic, full access to your email account.
Apparently,
Apparently. Thankfully, it came out, and it was apparently an oversight.
Yeah.
It was something that wasn't supposed to happen, and they just, but they fixed it. Like, the same day I read about it, they put out an update and fixed that. So that is not the case anymore.
So you don't have to worry about Niantic taking your email.
Looking at your personal email.
The account I'm using is like my, basic, just it's like my job searching email. So all it is just like emails I get for about jobs and resume stuff I send out. And otherwise, I'm like, it doesn't matter what
they'll get your phone number though, because you got your resume. Oh, but that was the thing that happened. Mm-hmm. So we talked about it last week that a dead body was found.
Yeah.
The kid, a teen, found a dead body
in the river. Yeah, she was walking down the river and found a body, which was apparently an accidental death.
Yeah. Well, apparently it happened again. In New Hampshire.
New Hampshire.
Another dead body was found.
Yeah, which is crazy.
Yeah, it was also
there are more people wandering around looking around.
Yeah, I think it was in water too. It wasn't clear on how the person died, but it really just there's just more people out and about, and they're just coming across these
in roving bands.
Yeah, they're going into areas that they don't usually go. You're going to water. I think both of them were found in water, so they were going
near water areas,
going near water area. So you're going places you're not usually at, and so people are getting found.
Yeah.
Though this has done one good thing.
Yeah.
In the same article I read about them finding the dead body in New Hampshire, they said that two other guys had found a guy non-responsive on a park bench.
Oh yeah, like he had passed out or something.
He wasn't responding. They called 911. It turned out I think he had an overdose of some kind.
Oh yeah,
and they had found him and they were able to resuscitate him.
They saved his life because they were wandering along.
Because they were wandering around the park. Also, I think I heard something about people stopping a potential murder.
Oh really?
Yeah, I didn't quite get the details on that one, but. A lot of weird stuff just because people are out and about.
Yeah, like a whole new generation out walking.
Yeah.
It's crazy. It's really crazy how and Penny Arcade had some funny comics about
really
it. They had some great stuff, and
really funny stuff.
We're big fans of Penny Arcade.
Yes.
But they were, and I just, they were, and I don't understand. Like apparently, I haven't seen a lot of it. Maybe I don't have that many friends that are this way, but apparently some people are getting some shit about it, being like, oh,
I've seen a couple of memes.
Yeah, but why are you wasting your time playing this game? I'm like, why do you?
Well, it's always like something like, I haven't played Pokemon Go because I have a life. Stuff is like, it's a game.
It's a game.
Who cares? Why are you
fun.
mad about this?
Yeah, why are you mad? You watch sports or do whatever it is you do. You make quilts or whatever you do for fun.
You have your things you do for fun.
Yeah.
Why are you shitting on
there's
people
nothing wrong with other people do fun. I haven't seen a lot of it.
I've only seen a couple memes. I've ignored it because it's stupid.
It is stupid. And apparently people are like being like snobby about their teams.
Apparently that's the thing.
I don't know how serious it is.
I don't think it's
most of it's
serious.
Most of what I've seen has been kind of in good fun. It's just silly, whatever.
Yeah, and it's got a group. Yeah, everyone's got their like groups of their friends, and they're like, oh, we're all we're
Team Valor, which is clearly the best one,
the best team. Obviously.
It's obviously the best team. I don't know. I mean, there's nothing wrong with being the other team, but you should be ashamed of yourself.
Yeah. So in our areas, we're pretty dominant.
Yeah, apparently, most of the gyms
buddy
scenario.
Gary. He's
Our
on
buddy
Team
Gary
Valor.
is
Our
Team
buddy
Valor.
Graham.
Our
is
buddy
Team,
Graham.
We're all Team Valor.
I know
that's
a few
just the way it went.
friends I have on Facebook who are Team Valor. I think at least one of them was an accidental Team Valor.
There are a couple of friends I had that I will not name, that are not Team Valor. But they should quit their accounts and start a new
one
right
if they want to know what's good for them.
Yes.
They have any idea what's good for them.
It's funny though, the other teams are growing in our area though.
I know,
and I don't know if it's because we initially started with so many people in our team, and that we gathered up a lot of gyms. But I've noticed a couple of gyms, as we're driving around, that aren't ours. And
they were ours. I've seen them cast bans quite a lot though.
Yeah, there's a couple of them that I've noticed the last couple of days are still not ours. So
it was funny. Gary made my day. He was telling me about how his area is pretty dominated by Team Instinct, the yellow team.
Yes.
And he said, well, when he first started, he was like one of the first people who got it and was playing it that day. And so he snatched up a bunch of gyms because they were unoccupied. Yeah. And so he grabbed a bunch of them, and he said he keeps coming back, and the same guy on Team Instinct is keep taking the gyms from him. Yeah. And he's like, that's my nemesis. And I'm like, that's the best thing ever.
The guy's name. He
I
told
don't.
me.
Oh, really? I never
funny.
got the name.
He told me the name, and he was like, "This guy." He goes,
"He's like this guy."
No one else has made me ever want to throw my phone at the wall. And
it just made me laugh because in the not less so in the new ones, but in the original Pokemon games, you had a nemesis. You had your rival, and I'm like, that's Gary's rival. That guy.
That one guy.
Or I say guy. It could be a girl. I don't know what it is.
We don't know who this is.
It's some random person that lives in his town, taking his gyms from him.
Yeah,
and it's just
always there after.
It amuses me to no end. It's so great. So
it's pretty funny.
Keep fighting the good fight, Gary.
Yes.
Keep
Team
fighting.
Valor.
Keep Team Valor.
I did see that there's like a trend online to add a peaceful faction.
Oh yeah.
And someone, I think it was on Reddit or something, made a mock-up of it, and it was Harmony, Team Harmony. And it's like, stop
name.
The fighting.
Stop
and it's
the
like
fighting.
A light blue, it's that crystal
Does
bird.
anyone really need to control a gym?
It's the ice bird. I can't remember their name, but it's that one. It's the silhouette of him, and they were like, Team Harmony. And it's like, let's stop the fighting.
Why did they go with Harmony? Harmony's such a silly sounding
Harmony
name.
Means
And they should have gone with like Unity or something like that. Unity would have been better. I could get behind Unity.
Yeah, well,
Harmony,
not so much.
The same with Mystic. That's why I was like, nope.
Yeah,
because that just sounds
any
dumb.
Team named Mystic is
I was
not
like,
for you.
no,
huh?
Mystic. So it was between Instinct and Valor for me, and mostly because I like Zapdos.
I picked it because it was red.
Yeah, well, yeah, we know why you. If anything, if there's a red choice, you go with red.
Yeah.
But I was I couldn't decide at first. Because I liked both, the Firebird and the Thunderbird, and the Lightning Bird, whatever you want to call it, Zapdos and
Zapdos. And
I've gone complete blank on the other one. But it's our team, and we don't know the name of the bird. But anyway, and then it really just came down to I thought Valor sounded cooler.
Yeah.
And I didn't know. I didn't even realize that it was a permanent thing when I picked it.
Once you pick your team, that's it.
It popped up. I hit level 5, and it popped up, and I just went, meh, whatever, and I hit the thing, and I thought about it for 10 seconds, and then I just hit the thing and went. Yeah. And then I realized, oh, this is permanent, and you can't change it unless you start over.
Yeah.
And so I was like, okay, well, I'm okay with my choices.
Yeah.
But we played Pokemon Red originally.
Yes,
so
that is the color we played,
that's the choice. That's the choices we make. It's all continuity.
Uh-huh. Oh.
What else do you got for us? What other crazy stuff?
Let's see. There's an investigation into the NYPD cops.
Oh yeah,
because they apparently been playing Pokemon Go on duty.
Oh well, see, I've heard this several places, and from Gary was telling us, and I've seen lots of articles about it. Pokemon Go is super popular with patrol cops.
Well, because they travel around a lot.
Yeah, they're moving around town a lot. They're mostly just killing time. Let's be honest. They're just waiting for something to happen.
Yeah, and
they're just on patrol, and
they're bored.
Yeah, they're bored. I don't blame them. I would play too.
I probably would too.
And I think it's really cool. I think it's pretty kick-ass. I saw a video the other day, or today I think it was, this cop pulled this story about these kids were out in front of a Fry's, Fry's electronics store, like they're looking for Pokemon, and someone pulled up behind them, and they were like, "What is it?" And they turned around, and it was a cop, and they were all worried that they were going to get in trouble. And he rolled up, and he was like, "Are y'all trying to catch them all?" and then he gave them advice where to go to find like a Charizard. He knew where all the good and like he knew, he's like, "Go over here to get this," and like, "Y'all just stay out of trouble," and then drove on. He gave them some advice, and then of course gave them a hard time because they were Team Mystic apparently.
Oh, of course, he wasn't on the
and he
right
was just
team.
like they weren't on this team, so it was really funny. I'm like, that's really cool.
Yeah,
and like the weird social interactions like that, I love. I think that's great. They're out meeting people. You're interacting with people in a positive way. I think it's great.
Yeah, it's bringing a lot of people that would never talk to each other.
Exactly.
Giving a reason to talk to each other, and that's good. That's always good.
Yeah, it's awesome. And I think it's great. And I think it's cool that they're playing. I mean, I'd let them play.
Yeah, as long as it doesn't hinder them doing their job, which it won't.
It shouldn't. They're responsible adults, most of them. Well, we'll
a lot of stuff going on.
There's a lot of stuff going on, but we're not going to get into that. But yeah, I mean, I think it's cool. I think it's, they're people too. They're, let them play.
But yeah. Some other news. Someone was exploring Area 51.
Yeah, I saw that.
Playing Pokemon Go. And
apparently there's some gyms there?
There are gyms there, and there's no one in it. Apparently
no one plays. Yeah, apparently no one at
there.
Area 51 is playing Pokemon Go.
Well, I
think they live pretty sheltered lives.
Well, I'm sure the people who work there are either not allowed to play at work.
Well,
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if they're not allowed to bring a cell phone in there.
Yeah, I wouldn't. I mean, it's a secure base.
Secure base.
I assume they.
So I doubt they play Pokemon.
And even then, they're bussed in and out of there. They probably don't get out in a big area very often.
And even if they do, I doubt they have their phones.
Yeah,
that's just what I'm thinking. So
yeah, but still, these people drove out to see what kind of Pokemon they could find around.
And they found the usual stuff.
Yeah, the usual desert type stuff. Stuff you expect to find in a desert area.
Yeah.
But then, but I thought it was crazy that there was a gym there and no one was in it.
Yeah.
So I guess they took claim of it.
I would guess. Yeah. Why wouldn't you?
But who's going to drive all the way out? Well, you find out you lost your gym. Who's going to drive all the way out to Area 51?
I had it
to
for a while.
recapture a gym.
And it might be a thing where
maybe make the trek.
People making the trek into the desert to catch the gym.
I'm interested to see how this thing grows because eventually. Because right now I assume it's only the original 151.
I assume so. Yeah.
And they're gonna expand it and add more Pokemon because they have a huge selection of them to pick from.
There's already talks that they are gonna add trading to the game eventually,
which I think is. I'm surprised. I was surprised it didn't have it already.
I'm surprised too, but I think it's a good idea not to have it at first.
Yeah,
it encourages people to catch stuff. And, I think it would be good to have trading. I'm not sure how big it should be. I don't know. It's one of the things where it's like trading online.
It should be trading with people you run into. I
would think so.
I think so
at least
too.
At first.
Yeah, I don't know if you should be able to trade with anyone on the globe.
Yeah, that would take a little bit of the fun out of it for me.
Or maybe you have to go to a certain location like you have to do for gyms and stuff. You go there to make a Poke stop into a trading center.
There's that. They're talking about that. It'd be interesting to have it where you can just outright fight people, maybe, instead of doing the gym thing. But I don't know.
That would require adding more fighting mechanics.
And it's kind of. We'll just see where it goes.
Yeah.
They got to keep it.
They got to keep that momentum going.
They got to keep it going. So within 6 months, they got to add some new features.
Oh yeah,
they got to.
Yeah.
Or else they're going to lose people.
Yeah.
Because by then people are going to start having a lot of the bulk.
Oh yeah, they're gonna get all the ones in their area.
Yeah.
And they're gonna apathy will set in. They're not gonna feel like playing anymore. But I think they'll add more stuff. They'll add more Pokemon. I wouldn't be surprised if they just follow the order of the original games. Start with the original 150 and then go to the next one and go to Ruby and Sapphire was next and then go on from there.
It'll progress. They're already apparently they're in talks with McDonald's to make a lot of their locations either a Pokestop or something kind of special. I don't know if it'll be special.
And and I called it that.
Oh I said,
we were both saying this. Yeah, that right off you were like they're gonna start. People are going to start advertising.
I was like, people are going to start advertising. I guarantee you they're going to start advertising and hey, come here to catch Pokemon. The next day, a local bar downtown posted on Facebook that they were like, "Hey, come to our bar, have a beer, eat a burger. There are 20 Pokestops nearby, and there's a picture of a Squirtle on the cover." And I was like, and I've heard about people like businesses. Like putting the module lures,
lure
modules in the stops
certain times,
in their business or around their business.
I saw
and like, hey, come by and have a drink. We'll keep the lures going.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's pretty awesome.
Yeah, I saw one. It was for a garden and park area, and they were like, hey, come out, and from this time to this time, we'll have lures running.
Because
and I'm like, that's really cool, and that's really smart.
And for businesses, a couple of bucks to buy the lures. It's nothing. Whatever business they're going to drum up from it. So I think it's great.
And they do have a form now you can request stop.
Well, that was the
yeah?
case. They had it where you could request to put a stop in, a Pokestop or a gym near you or somewhere, but they've taken that down.
Oh, really?
I just read that today. I thought, oh, that's cool. We'll talk about that. But
they aren't doing it anymore?
They aren't doing it
I wonder
anymore.
if they just got overwhelmed with
sure
requests.
They did.
Like, I need one on my house.
Yeah, I'm sure they do.
Because, let's be honest, we live out in the middle of nowhere. I could use a Pokestop
they're
right
still,
here.
Oh, yeah, that'd be nice. They still have the thing where forums, or if there's an error with one of them or something, like if it's inaccurate, you can submit it, but there's no more submit for Pokestop.
Oh.
Which is disappointing, but they might re-implement it in a better way later.
Maybe they'll find a way to do it.
Yeah, more.
But I just see this thing growing. I know people will fall off of it and people get tired of playing or whatever, but I just see them adding more stuff to it and trying. Basically, I mean, it's a big deal. I mean, a lot of people are playing, and it's a big deal for Nintendo.
It's so big that the last little bit of news I had, there's talks about doing a live-action Pokemon movie.
Yeah,
and which
you told me that. I don't know how that would work.
It's really fine line to walk because Pokemon is inherently silly,
playful
is a good word. So I don't know. I'm afraid if they do it, they're gonna make it too dark and realistic, and I don't know if it'll work.
Yeah,
they gotta get the tone right.
Yeah,
because otherwise, the whole concept of Pokemon can get dark very quickly.
It could. I mean, and then if you read some of the stuff in Pokemon, it already does.
Yeah, it already touches on some of the ethical stuff of capturing these creatures. Yeah. So I can't imagine what the movie would be
you have to walk in that tone would be very difficult. I think.
Yeah.
I mean, it's possible. I've seen. I've been surprised before.
Yeah.
It's just I'm not sure how. I mean, if it was animated, I wouldn't see any problem at all.
Yeah, or
but
CG,
to portray how realistic as animals do you make them? How playful? I mean, if you make them too realistic, it's hard to sell them as playful. And I don't know.
It's like they gotta be. It's like well trained. It's like well trained dogs. Kind of thing. They're playful and cute and stuff like that, and they need to be that way. But they can also be vicious.
Yeah.
So it's a fine line.
I don't know. I'm not sure if it can work, and it may never happen, but I don't know. That's a weird thing to think about. I mean, I don't know. The same
would
thing.
It be the same as the games or the
I guess
cartoon
so.
or what?
Yeah, sending your child out into the world by himself at a very young age.
Well, they're trying to tap into it before the buzz goes away. So
yeah. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah. So we'll see if that happens.
And it may be one of the things that comes on and I'm like, oh, it's okay, or it's cool, or it may just...
It's terrible.
It's terrible. I mean, it wouldn't be the first time a movie's been made of something.
Yeah.
Nintendo movies Nintendo's have not done well. They've always been hesitant to make a movie about any of their stuff anyway, ever since.
After Super Mario Brothers. They don't,
which I like that movie.
I do too. It's terrible.
It's terrible, though.
It's
a terrible movie, but there's some qualities about it I enjoy.
So since then, they're not very interested.
They're not interested in it because it doesn't work for them.
They may be more so now. So
I don't know. We'll see. They're branching out a lot. Maybe they'll come back around to it. Anyway, well,
that's all I got.
Yeah, lots of Pokemon Go stuff.
I wanted to give a little status on my Pokemon Go.
Oh,
you
okay.
Yeah,
go ahead. Just
have,
rub it in.
58 different Pokemon. I'm very proud of that.
I only have like 30 something. I don't know what it is.
I've gained the last 20 in
I think it might be 35 or something
3 or 4 days. Half of them I've evolved stuff into them. Yeah. So it's been a nice slow progress.
I've been saving up some of my evolves because I have a lucky egg.
Start
saving them to. I have a bunch of them I need to evolve. I'm trying to get another EV form because I evolved one EV and got a Vaporeon. and then I was going to evolve another one. I did it, and then you were like, you're going to get another one, and I got another one.
Yeah.
I got another Vaporeon. So
apparently there's a trick for evolving them.
Really?
Apparently. I don't know if it... I've been reading a little bit
about it.
Oh, yeah?
What is that?
If you name the Eevees a certain name, they will turn into a certain one. I think it's from the show, and apparently it's been tried and tested, and it works, but I think it only works once. So you have to pick which one you want, and then do it and evolve. And then
I already have one of them. I just need the other two.
Yeah, so you just decide which one you want.
I need Jolteon and Flareon.
Yeah, and you name it a certain... I think it's the name of them in the show, but I'm not 100% sure on that.
Yeah, there's a lot of weird throwaways. If we found out later that if you
can have Pikachu.
You can have Pikachu as a starting Pokemon.
Yeah.
It's just when you start the game, instead of just grabbing the ones that are there, just walk around.
Yeah,
and a Pikachu will show up, and you can start with a Pikachu. And I'm like, that's awesome.
Cool. But yeah,
I wouldn't have changed. I would have Squirtle because Squirtle's awesome.
Charmander all the way.
Yeah. I wish I could find more Squirtle so I could evolve him.
Yeah.
I want a Blastoise, Dudley. If I get a Blastoise, I can finish playing this game and be happy.
Yeah.
As long as I have my Blastoise.
Speaking of the Eevees, I was lucky and I got all the different evolutions.
Yeah, you and Gary.
In my first 3 tries.
You and Gary. Bunch of jerks. Anyway. Awesome. Anyway, as always, you can go to our website, deafandumb.com, deafndumb.com, and everything you want to find episodes, you want to find an email to email us, you want to find where to subscribe to us, iTunes. You can leave comments there. You can leave comments there. No one does, but you can if you want to. We might read them. Yeah, we'll read them. Dudley will at least read them.
I will read them. Yes.
I will only read them if they're positive.
Yeah.
As always, we have new episodes every Wednesday. And
not Wednesday, Mondays.
Why did I say Wednesday?
It's every Monday.
We have never released on a Wednesday.
Don't listen to Daniel. It's every Monday.
I'm tired, I guess. Every Monday. We release new episodes Monday. Same day you've always got new episodes. Yes. That's when we'll have them. As always, thank you very much for listening. I'm Dan May.
And I'm Dudley May, and this has been Deaf
and Dumb. Deaf and Dumb. Deaf and Dumb.